Hi, my name's Connie Gross, and I'm an infant and early childhood mental health consultant for the Children's Resource Center in Bowling Green, Ohio. And today we're just going to do a quick strategy video about how to reduce diaper changing struggles. This can be a really difficult um, thing for parents and caregivers. At times I've heard it described as wrestling an alligator, especially as children grow and have more mobility and know how to really make those legs and arms work together. So diaper changing can be a difficult time. And there's a lot of reasons for that. I mean, one of them is that it's not really a fun thing to do as a caregiver. Sometimes it's stinky and messy. And it's also not something probably super enjoyable for the child either. So, if this is something that is really challenging for your child, we first want to think about what is causing the challenge. Is there something that's bothering my child? Some children maybe are very sensitive to like a cold, wet wipe. So they may respond better if we're able to kind of warm that wipe in our hands or use a wipe warmer or something like that. Some children get diaper rash easily, and so their bottoms are frequently sore. And so it's really important that we try to keep clean, dry diapers on them so that they're having less irritation and therefore would be less bothered by having their diaper changed. Some children in general are just very sensitive to touch, and so diaper changes can be uncomfortable for them. Another reason that this might be a challenging time for your child is as they're aging, they're wanting more independence. And so this might be a time where we try to help them with some age appropriate independence. They obviously can't quite do the changing themselves yet, but maybe there are some things they can help with, like pulling down their own pants. Possibly unsnapping or trying to help you snap their shirt or pants back together. Maybe it is helping to wrap up the second Velcro strap on the diaper as we're getting ready to throw it away. So finding some ways that we can get them involved in the process and give them some of that independence. A really great way is to help them wash their hands after you change their diaper. It builds that habit of after we're pottying, we're going to wash our hands. And as the caregiver, we want to be washing our hands too. So that's a great thing for us to do together and something they can do independently. And they might really look forward to that after the diaper change. Here are some things, though, we can do during the diaper change to try to keep kiddos engaged and involved and therefore having less challenging behaviors. So one thing we could do is play a game. This is a really fun time to play peekaboo or kind of tickle them, or of course while the diaper is still on, but we've just laid them down and we're getting ready to change the diaper. We could maybe do a little bit of tickling or make this a fun time for them. And then maybe we can play peekaboo or some other type of silly game while we're changing their diaper. This is a great time to sing songs. Singing to children helps build vocabulary and language. So, a great time to sing songs that maybe are familiar to them. Music, rhythm, repetition can help regulate a child too. So, if this is a time that is uncomfortable for them or unsettling, a song may help with that, especially if it's a familiar song, because that familiarity makes it something that is predictable and therefore helps them to feel safe. This is a fun time to play that animal noise game, which is popular with really young children. So asking what kind of sound does a piggy make? And when they're able, they can make the piggy noise. If they're still very young, maybe we're making the piggy noise with them. So that's a fun thing we can do while we're changing diapers. We could talk with our child about body parts. So pointing out where their toes are and their knees and their fingers and doing things to keep them busy while we're changing their diaper. In general, just talking to our child during that time about anything. It could be about the colors they're wearing on their clothes or what's nearby in the environment, or maybe our plans for the day, what we're going to do when we're done changing diapers. So, really trying to make this time a time of connection and fun and enjoyable. There are some things we need to keep in mind, though, as the caregiver. We really want to make sure that diapering is a time where our kiddos are safe. So, one thing to help with their emotional safety is to explain to them what you're doing. So, like, oh, we're taking your pants off now. We're gonna get a clean diaper on. First, we have to wipe your bottom and get you clean, and then we'll get a dry diaper on. So, just talking through the process of what you're doing. The second thing to keep in mind is really this is a really important time when they start getting more independent, more wiggly, is this is a big time where kiddos could easily fall. And I know personally, I have my own kids, and sometimes like strapping them in does seem like a pain and an extra step. But that can also be something that makes a huge difference when they are very squirmy and they're maybe trying to get down off of the table or away from the diapering. So we want to make sure that we keep them safe and that we never ever walk away or even like turn our backs to the changing table. If we need to be able to like throw the diaper away, for example, we want to kind of wrap it, maybe put it in the corner till we can take the child with us. So always keeping our hands on them, our eyes on them, and strapped in. And then the last part here is we always want to be gentle and kind. I know this can be a really frustrating time of the day, especially when you're just trying to get them clean and on to the next thing. But diapering is one of those skills that is caregiving, and it's meeting their basic needs. And it's something that we're going to want them to have. I mean, it's obviously a lifelong skill. It turns into pottying as they age. And so we want that idea of getting clean and getting dressed to be a healthy, safe time, not something that is fearful or has a lot of punishment around it. So just trying to remember that this squirmy age of trying to get away, it ends. Diaper changing does end. And so just trying to do some things to keep yourself calm, maybe taking deep breaths for yourself, using positive self-talk that this time will end, and then try to keep them engaged. You're going to have less behaviors that way. We have so many resources for caregivers on our YouTube channel, so check us out there, the Children's Resource Center. We also have a Facebook page where we share resources for parents every single day. And then if you want more information about this topic or some other social emotional topics, check out mindinthemaking.org. Thanks for watching.